Okay, just like we did before, we're going to lay down a fall coat so we can actually see more than we can feel. It's a lot easier to see your high-low spots than it is to try to do a Braille Institute finding of them. A lot of people, when they lay down a Bondo, they like to use a 36 grit sanding block. The problem with that is it's just too abrasive. You have too much chances of your phantom scratches coming up later and causing problems. So, first thing I'll do is spray a fog coat on it. I like to get these little ridges down. And then I'll use 80 grit to do my sanding with. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but in the end, it's going to give you a flatter surface. When I sand, I crosshatch one way, then the other way, then mix in another way. The reason you're doing that is if you keep sanding the same way each time, the sandpaper is just going to move in and out of the grooves. So what you do is you sand a couple of times one way, and it sets all of your scratches up in one area. And when you come back the other way, it'll take all those down. So crosshatch. You'll have to sand less time instead of more. Accomplish when doing it this way is to get your rough area pretty much smoothed out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put filler on this whole fender, or this whole side right here. The reason we're doing that is that it's 50-year-old metal. There's dings and scratches and high-low spots that you just can't see. Yes, you can put several coats of primer on this and sand it down, but then you'll find your low spots later. You'll have to put filler on then. This just makes it easier in the long run, even though it may not seem like it at first glance. Luckily, the top of our hood was in good shape, so we don't have to put any filler here. The sides and the front, where it gets dinged and scratched up a lot, we've got a thin coat of filler on. We're going to sand it down gently and smoothly with 80 grit first, then we'll go 150, 220, and 320. If you don't want to sand it all the way down, you want to keep it up just a little bit, we'll put a coat of primer on it after we're done sanding our filler. Then we'll sand it to the lowest possible point and put another coat of primer on for our block sanding. After you get done doing a light sand with your 80 grit, before you get all the way down to hitting shiners, you'll start noticing maybe a few air bubbles here and there and a few low spots. So you want to stop for a little bit and go ahead and fill those in now. Okay, we've done our 80 grit sanding of our filler. You don't want to go too far. If you sand back into these dips, you're just going to have to put more material on, sand it back all again, wasted all your time. Now what we're going to do is go fog it again, and we're going to sand down to 150. Sand. Don't try to dig into it and get it all done fast. What you're trying to do is a nice light sand over so that you hit all your high spots, but you don't dig into your low spots. Okay, we've got our 220 sanding done. One more block sand, ready to prime. Okay, we've got our hood all sanded, inside and out. And you'll have bare shots of metal here and there. So you don't want to get your acid primer again and hit those few areas. Before you do, blow up all the dust.